Hi, and welcome back to my channel, you guys. Happy Friday. I don't know about you, but my week has been quite long. Productive, but long and busy. So I am so thankful that today is Friday. Can I just tell you that? And I had to go to Staples to buy me another mouse because when I left work yesterday, I forgot to grab the one on my desk because I have a wireless mouse, and I said, you know what? I have two of them at home that I cannot find. How interesting is that? And so that's not helping me at all. So I just came on up here and bought another one, and hopefully I'll keep up with it this time. So anyway, I have quite a few things I need to get done today. Today is hair day, as you all know. And let's see, what else did I want to tell you about? Oh, you guys, I didn't make it to the gym this morning, and I'm a little upset about that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I woke up, my alarm went off at 11 o'clock because I like to get in there at midnight. I woke up, it was pouring down raining, and when I say pouring, y'all, it was pouring down raining. And I said, nope, not this minute. So let me sleep a little longer now. I'll try back. Child, when I woke up, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. So I said, forget it. So what I'll do is when I log off work today, I will go over to Planet Fitness, which I've been there twice this week, and do an hour of cardio because I've been getting my cardio in, y'all. Let me just tell you. And that will be my exercise for today because I know tomorrow I am busy pretty much all day. I have a Circle of Champions workshop that I'm attending, and the awesome James Malinchek will be in the house. And this was an awesome event last year. It'll be an awesome event this year. I have 3 tickets if you're interested in going, and they're only $25. So if you're interested in going, please let me know because I have 3 tickets for that. Excuse me, I told you all I get to go free because I'm a diamond member of Circle of Champions, which I think is a great investment. And I just made my mom a diamond member, so she's excited about that. And I think that's it, y'all. I think that's it. Other than that, my sinuses and stuff are draining this morning, so y'all know the routine. If I have to, get myself together, please excuse me. I don't do it to be gross. I just have to keep stuff from falling down my face, okay? Let's jump into today's topic. So today's topic is stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. Now, it bothers me to the core of my being. And if you know me, then you know that it bothers me to the core of my being when I talk to people and they say, Michelle, I want to do A, B, and C, or X, Y, and Z. And I'm thinking, okay, well, you told me that last year or year before last. And I say, well, how come you haven't gotten started? And it's always something. And the time isn't right. The moon is not in alignment with the sun, or the equator is tilting too far to the left or too far to the right. Whatever the case may be, it's always some excuse. And what I believe is going on is that people are genuinely just too afraid to step out there and do whatever it is that they want to do. And you can't live life afraid. You cannot, because you will not go anywhere. You'll go nowhere fast. Let me just say that. So I want to encourage you today to stop making excuses. If there's something that you want to do, someplace you want to visit, somebody you want to date, marry, or tie up to the bedpost every night of your life, whatever that thing is that you want to do, I want to encourage you to get out there and do it. You've got to stop putting it off, because it's not going to necessarily get any easier. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get to a point in your life and you're going to say, wow, I wish I had done this sooner. I kept putting this off for whatever reason, but I wish I had done this sooner. So like I said, life is too short. Life is too short. Every day, and I don't know about you, but every day that I wake up, every day that the Lord allows me to wake up, I say, Lord, thank you for waking me up this morning in my right mind with all activity in my limbs. Because somebody went to bed last night and woke up and they can't move one side of their body, or they can't move their body at all. Somebody went to bed last night in their right mind and woke up this morning just as crazy as a bed bug. So I thank God every day for allowing me to wake up in my right mind with activity in my limbs. That is so important, because he didn't have to allow you to wake up that way. Let me just say that. And then I decide, okay, what is it that I'm going to accomplish today? Because my goal is to accomplish something every day. Excuse me, no matter how big or small, I need to accomplish something every single day. Because again, putting it off, it doesn't make it easier. It just means I'm delaying the inevitable. And I always like to say, you don't want to get to the end of your life and then you look back and you say, wow, I wonder what would have happened had I done A, B, or C, or if I had done X, Y, Z. But then it's too late. It's too late at that point. When you're laying on your deathbed, it is too late. You can't go back and recapture your youth. And the people that you wanted to work with on whatever that project was are probably no longer even around. So I want to encourage you, stop making excuses. If you are in a relationship and you're not happy in that relationship, stop making excuses and move on with your life. That's something that again, it burns my bottom because I don't understand it. I refuse to stay in a relationship where I'm not happy. I mean, why? I know this lady ain't gonna try to cut me off. Snatch that wig off. Don't play with me, sister girl. Anyway, I'm sorry, I digress. I can't stand people try to cut me off. No, don't do it. Not with this one. But what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh, I think I was talking about and being in relationships. I don't understand if you're in a relationship and you're not happy. I mean, you're miserable every day. And even as I say that, I'm thinking about this guy that used to come to Sport Fit, and every night that I was working the floor, he would be there. And I mean, he'd be there for hours on end. Sometimes he was there when I got there, 5 o'clock, and he'd be there when we closed at 9. And one day I said to him, I said, do you have nothing else better to do but just stay in the gym for 4 and 5 hours? And he said to me, he looked me in my eye, he said, Michelle, he said, I'll be honest with you, I would much rather be here than to have to go home. I said, well, why, if you don't mind me asking? Well, his daughter's mother was staying with him. They weren't together, but she was staying with him. And he said, I just can't stand her. She's a nag, and I just can't stand her. He said, but the only reason why I let her stay at my house is because wherever she was living, I don't know if she had to leave, she got put out or what, but anyway, and because of his daughter, he allowed her to stay there. He said, but I just cannot stand going home. And I just remember I felt bad for him. And I said, wow, I can't imagine me not wanting to go home because the person I have to go home to doesn't make me happy. That's just sad. And so I said to him, I said, well, let me say this. I said, you're in that situation because you allow yourself to be. You do realize that, right? He said, what do you mean? I said, I know that's your daughter. I said, but what you can do is get custody of your daughter and say, look, you're going to have to find some place to go because you can't stay here. I refuse. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? I refuse to be unhappy in my own home. I'm not doing it. Now, you can do it if you want to, but I just refuse to be unhappy in my own home. There's no way in this lifetime or any other that I'm going to do that because it makes no sense to me. So I said all that to say this. When I say stop making excuses, if you're in a relationship, marriage or otherwise, and you're just truly not happy with the person that you're with, stop making excuses and move on. Because I'm going to tell you this, eventually when you do move on, you're going to look back and say, good grief, I done wasted all these years with this person, and I should have been left and started enjoying my life. That's just my little 2 cents, but you do what you do. Because I know people stay in these relationships for various reasons, and in the famous words of my Aunt Ann, honey, if you like it, I absolutely love it. If you like it, I absolutely love it, okay? But I'm just giving you some examples of ways that people make excuses. There are some people that say, well, I need to stay with Mary Sue until my kids graduate or till my kids, and then it's when my kids get out of college, and then it's when they get married, and then it's when they have kids. It's always going to be something. So I want to encourage you, if you're that person and you're in a relationship that you're not happy in, I mean, you're just downright miserable, the look of that person makes your stomach upset or whatever, then I want to encourage you to move on. He's cruising. I want to encourage you to move on because you deserve to be happy. Like I said, I don't know about y'all, but I refuse to be unhappy. There's no reason why I should be unhappy. for anybody, okay? So, and it's not just that. If you're in a job and that job doesn't fulfill you anymore, or your pockets dictate that you need another job bringing in more income, then stop making excuses and get you another job. You know, some of y'all making excuses, well, I need to be available for this person or that person, or I can't make that move right now because I have this going on or that going on. Honey, let me tell you something. None of that is relevant. It's important, but it's not relevant to your looking for another job. Find you another job that's making more money, so you can stop being broke all the time, or you can stop depending on other people, or you can stop being miserable. Because again, I refuse to be on a job and I'm miserable. I can't do it. And I love my job. Like I said, I have a supervisor that allows us to get our work done. She's not a micromanager. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. They get it done. And, you know, we can laugh and have a good time in the office. Hey, and you know, we just have a great working environment, but everybody doesn't have that. So if you don't have peace of mind on your job, honey, you need to stop making excuses and go get you another one. And I'm gonna tell you the biggest excuse I hear about that is a lot of times people are not happy on their jobs, but excuse me, they don't want to leave because that job allows them downtime. It allows them to goof off, and you know, you go somewhere else, you're gonna have to work. That's an excuse. That's an excuse. If you're not happy, move on. There are too many jobs out here to be had, and better yet, if you're not happy, how about you start your own daggone job? I mean, not your job, but start your own business. Work for yourself. See, a lot of times we don't want to do that because that requires work. But I want to encourage you, stop making excuses, you guys. Please stop making excuses, because it's gotten old, and it's too much good out here in this world for us to keep making excuses about the same dumb stuff. Can I just say that? Yeah, I just did. So get it together, y'all. Stop making excuses. Please do. Because there's no reason for it. And you deserve to be happy. I deserve to be happy. I will be happy. I'm going to tell you something. If nobody else is happy, Michelle's going to be happy, y'all. I am going to be happy because I refuse to be unhappy. Where they do that at? I'm not doing it. I'm not. So that is all I have, you guys. I'm going to get back inside and get back to work so that I can move on with my day. And I just wanted to make sure that I talked about that, because that's just kind of been on my mind all week. And I think it's been on my mind all week just because I've talked to various people about various things throughout the course of the week. And it just seems like it's a reoccurring theme that people are making excuses for why they can't step out there and do whatever it is that they've been called to do, or do whatever it is that they desire to do, or whatever it may be. But I need you guys to get out there and take that step. Stop making excuses. If you have a business and you're thinking about going out and speaking or consulting or whatever your business may be, stop sitting there worrying about, well, what if they don't like it? Okay, so if they don't, and somebody will. No matter what you do, there's always going to be someone that's not going to like it, someone that's not going to appreciate it, but somebody will. And guess what? The right people will like it. The right people need to hear your message. But if you don't open your mouth and start talking, they're never going to hear it, right? So you can't worry about the people that's not going to like it. And you definitely don't worry about the people that's not going to like you, honey. If those people aren't paying your bills, pleasing you at night, cooking your meals, keeping your house clean, taking care of your family and your friends or whatever, then you don't worry about them. You don't worry about them, because what they think is immaterial. It doesn't matter. Why are you worrying about that? I'm just saying. That's all I have, you guys. I'm going to head on back in so I can get me some work done and then move on with the rest of my day, because I have a ton of things I need to do after I log out from work. That is, sorry, dropped my receipt. So this is the mouse, because y'all know purple's my favorite color. So this is the mouse that I ended up getting at the Staples. And I love the wireless ones because I can take it anywhere. I just have to remember not to leave it. That's the thing. Like I said, this is my third one this year. So I'm going to keep up with this one, I promise. Anyway, you guys, that's all I have. I want you all to go out there, stop making excuses, start living your dreams, start doing the things that you want to do. Stop making excuses, because as long as you make excuses, honey, you're going to always stay on ground zero. If you want to get up to here, you have to stop making excuses because nothing's happening down here. Okay? And you've been doing it too long. Some of y'all, I know for a fact, have been doing it too long. Stop making excuses. Step out on faith. That's the key, y'all. Step out on faith. And then just do the thing. Step out on faith, believing that God is going to bless whatever it is that you want to do, and go out there and do it. See, I don't know about you guys. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to go for real. I don't know about you guys, but anytime I want to do something, I've already seen it up here in my mind. I've already seen it in my mind. I've seen it played out, and I see that thing working out exactly as the way I need it to work out. Now, does it always work out exactly? No. But I see it the way I want the outcome to be, and then I move on that. But if I sit here and say, oh, well, I'm going to do this, but, they may not come, they may not do this, then you're already dooming yourself. So why bother? Honey, you better think that everything you touch is going to turn to everything. What is that saying? Everything that glitters isn't gold. Well, you need to think that everything that you touch will glitter and turn to gold. Not gold, literally, but you know what I'm saying? That it's going to work out. Because, again, I tell people all the time, I can believe it for you, but you've got to believe it for yourself. My believing it for you is great, but you need to believe it for yourself. And that's all I have, you guys. I'm going back to work. Thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you so much to those of you that continue to support me in all that I do. I love you guys to the moon and back. And guess what? There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing at all. So don't even try, because I'm going to love you anyhow. I'm going to love you in spite of you. Do you hear what I'm saying? And I believe in you. So get out there, do what it is that you need to do. Whatever it is that thing that's on your heart that you've been wanting to do, y'all get out there and do it. Because always remember, it's not always about you. What you do will bless somebody else. And if you don't get out there and do it, they'll never receive that blessing that they so desperately needed, because you didn't do what you needed to do. That's all I have, you guys. Take care, and we'll talk again in the next car vlog. Until then, stay the awesome people that you are. I love you.